Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Hitman Canada's Brotherhood of the Hunt.
Today we join Anthony Dixon as he heads to the Yukon with Tombstone Outfitters, and he's going after the notorious grizzly bear.
Hey, he's also got a caribou tag and a moose tag in his pocket, so let the adventure begin.
Let's join Anthony on this once-in-a-lifetime trip.
Well, the time has come, finally, to pack for my Yukon grizzly and moose hunt with Tombstone Outfitters. This has been nearly 2 years in the making, and I'm really anxious to get rolling here. I'm going to get everything packed up today. Tomorrow morning, we have to be at the Pearson International Airport, and we fly out for Vancouver, then Whitehorse, and then we drive up to Dawson and meet up with the guys there. It's going to be one heck of an adventure. Don't miss it. Come along. Well, we made it to Tombstone Outfitters in the Yukon. We drove in from Dawson this morning, and there's no time to waste. Our guides are prepping the horses and loading everything on board, and we're going to head up into the hills here. As you can see, they've had some brief snows, and the weather is kind of cool, and which is a great thing for us. I think it'll get everything moving. We're going to get on our horses and head up into the hills and see if we can't get a grizzly and a moose. Stick with us. This is an art form in itself. It's a real skill set you have to be a guide out here. When you're using livestock like horses and tying loads off with the straps and in packs and all that sort of thing, you know, these are a valued part of your team. So if they get sore, you know, if you tie something wrong and it's rubbing on them and irritating them, you know, you could put a horse out of commission way back in the backcountry. He's no good to you. All of a sudden he's a liability. Kyla and Alex really have to know what they're doing as far as packing these horses. We rode back in a mixture of riding and leading the horses and hiking back into the backcountry yesterday, probably about 20 kilometers. It's just absolutely gorgeous here. We found a nice little log cabin that they've got set up for us. Just, you know, had a beautiful breakfast. Kyla made us a nice breakfast, and so now we're going to saddle up a couple of horses, get into the high country, do a little bit of glassing, and see if we can't find a nice grizzly or a moose. There was some fresh moose tracks in the gravel bar when we crossed the river there last night coming in, so hopefully he's still hanging around here.
Brotherhood of the Hunt is brought to you by the following sponsors: Triggers and Bows, Sport Chief, Alton Safe Outdoors, Novacraft Canoe, PSC Archery, and all of these fine sponsors.
This portion of Hitman Canada is brought to you by Triggers and Bows. Triggers and Bows is a family-owned business in Brantford, Ontario. Visit Triggers and Bows for all your gun, archery, and accessory needs. Also visit them online at triggersandbows.com.
Hey, have you ever wanted to be part of a real Canadian TV show? Digital Moose Media is your opportunity to do just that. We are a dedicated Canadian production company that has a vested interest in your success in the Canadian outdoor industry.
Coming through some of this buckbrush and that in the low ground, just going up into a pass, and this little spiky bull come walking out of the brush. He's got a weird looking rack on him. They come out right above his eyes. One's all curled up weird, and kind of a neat looking little bull. Come right up to the horses. Probably never seen a person before. Oh. 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 Yeah, he said, I can hear her, but I just can't see her. She smells a little funny, but there's two cows down here in the low ground, not that far from where that small bull was. There could be a big old bull laying down here in the wall, in the willows, so we're going to keep an eye out. We're going to sit here and glass for a good while and see. You never know, something might materialize out of here. Spot. Boom! Big Yukon bull. Huge Yukon bull. Huge Yukon bull down. I wanted to use my bow really bad, but I want to get a grizzly with my bow. The best way to do that is to shoot a moose. What a bull. Look at the points on this thing. Whoa! It's got a non-typical point in the back. Big ridge. Hey Kyla, come and check them out. Isn't that something? Yeah, yes. Thank you. Kyla, thank you. We crawled, how far you think, Kyla? From when we first started to stock, we were up on the mountain and we saw him come in here with some cows. Either that or he was laying down in this stuff and just got up. But he just all of a sudden appeared. And when we decided we wanted to go after him, we ended up having to, we stalked quite a ways. Kyla took us down through a little draw, you know, a little drain where we were below eye level. And then, man, we belly crawled, or like crawled on our hands and knees through the muskeg for quite a long ways. Man.
It was well worth it.
Sure was. Sure was. Awesome.
Hey guys, if there's any product you see on the show that you'd like to purchase, head over to Canadian Outdoor Warehouse. It's an online store, fast service, good prices, and monthly specials. You won't be disappointed.
This episode brought to you by Sports Chief, the ultimate in outdoor apparel. Closed captioning brought to you by Tetrapod, the only enclosed trailer that flips into a boat.
Well, we're loading up everything. We're gonna go in and pack out the moose today. We got them late yesterday and we prepped them all up and got them ready to go. And so now we're gonna go back out. We're gonna climb back in there and get the moose loaded all on the horses, pack it out, and then we're gonna start grizzly hunting. Well, we're gonna leave the horses here with Alex, and we're gonna hike up onto the same knob we were sitting on to look down at the moose kill site. We want to see if there's a grizzly on it. If there is, we're gonna try and make a stalk. If not, you know, we want to be safe too. So we're gonna slip in there and try and get this meat out of here, and then we'll keep an eye on that. And when we see that there's been a grizzly on it, we'll come in and work that kill site. Here comes Clint coming to pick up the moose meat in the rack. Cow and a young bull caribou come down off the mountain. There's a lot of mountain caribou around here. Hold a really good hunt for them. You can get some beautiful trophies in this area. These caribou, we got a better vantage point right now, and there's a couple in there that are really big, and there's one in there. If he had double shovels, Kyle said he'd be a 400 class bull. Big tops, big points, big bezzes that wrap right around. I
concentrate on a grizzly. Kyla's trying to get me to shoot a caribou. Well, we're looking across this big draw, and right behind camp, we're looking at the cabin roof, and we can see this grizzly way up in the draw behind camp, and it's a beautiful bear, beautiful. Real silvery looking black legs, and just it looks like a big boar too. And it's just milling around feeding in there, so we're going to keep an eye on it for a little while and see if we can't figure out what he's going to do, and then maybe intercept him, or even if he hangs around in that draw, maybe tomorrow morning leave right from camp on foot and head right straight up that draw. And there's thick willows and stuff like that in the draw that'll conceal us. I might be able to get real close with my bow, get Kyla to make a couple of squawks on the predator call, and I'll be ready when he comes charging in to check it out.
This segment of Brotherhood of the Hunt is brought to you by Portable Winch, Trail Runners Labradors, Enforcer, and all of these fine sponsors.
This portion of Hitman Canada is brought to you by Triggers and Bows. Triggers and Bows is a family-owned business in Brantford, Ontario. Visit Triggers and Bows for all your gun, archery, and accessory needs. Also visit them online at triggersandbows.com.
Well, we're going to make a move on this grizzly. It's starting to move downhill. We don't want it getting into the flats where it's thick willows and stuff like that. We want to keep it up on the top. So if we can get across this valley and then start making our way up the hill in the willows, then we might be able to get on it and get a crack at it. We're going to make a couple of calls with the predator call once we get set up there. So hopefully it's a nice looking bear. We've just been informed that we're moving camps. We're going to go from one camp to another. The other camp has a good-sized boar nearby, and we're going to go out and see if we can get on him. The sow that we were looking at and planning to go after, the big blonde one that we showed you, we're going to just sit back, and she's not a problem or anything, so we're just going to sit there, keep her as an ace in the hole, but we're going to go after this boar. Appears to be a nicer bear. So we left camp and started heading up the mountain. Just before we left camp, Eagle Eye here, Kyla, spots a beautiful big dark boar up on the mountain. So he's just sort of ambling around up there, feeding on, on berries and stuff like that. We've come quite a ways up. We got a long way to go yet. We're just kind of keep an eye on him for a few minutes, because he's dropped over the edge and then he's come back over and stuff like that. So we're going to watch him for a little bit and just see if we can put a stock on him. He'd be a dandy to get. Well, as so often happens when you're hunting in the mountains, we come up to a meadow, like a kind of an opening. You can see the bear. He was up on top, a little higher than us, and then he started to move down. and he was just about to drop over the other side of the a ridge that would have kind of put him out of our range. So Kyla made a couple of predator calls, and he responded, but he ran into the wind. The wind did a 180 on us, like I said, as so often happens in the mountains. So I think he probably got wind of us. He busted down into the thick timber in the bottom. We haven't seen him since. So the hunt is over. We've had a great hunt, just really fantastic, awesome place to come. Tombstone Outfitters, yukonhunts.com. Talk to Clint. Clint Collins will fix you up. I'm telling you, I've never experienced, I've been in a lot of places, including Africa, and I've never experienced anything like this. The remoteness and the beauty is breathtaking. There's a lot of animals around, a lot of game, and if you want sheep, if you want mountain caribou, if you want grizzly, if you want, moose, the moose are unbelievable. This is where you want to be. This is where you want to come to. They're going to take care of you.
Hey Anthony, what an adventure. Harvesting that beautiful Yukon Alaskan bull moose and having several opportunities at grizzly bears.
Yeah, what a fantastic trip. If you want to rewatch this show or any of our other shows, check us out on our website or our YouTube channel.
Or now, we're on Carbon TV.
Oh, and don't forget to catch us on our Facebook page for free giveaways.
Hey, now we're going to close out this episode with a quick little clip of a grizzly bear walking right into camp.
Yeah, and remember, be safe, enjoy the outdoors, and we're
We're
all
all
Canadian
Canadian
all the time.
Have you ever dreamt about being part of a real Canadian hunting show? This is your opportunity to be part of the Brotherhood of the Hunt. Give Steve and Jackie a shout at info@brotherhoodofthehunt.com.